Naruto, 10 Jutsu with the biggest drawbacks, ranked. Jutsu are incredibly powerful in the world of Naruto, but in many cases, that power doesn't come without some pretty significant trade-offs. In the world of Naruto, Jutsu came, quite literally, in all shapes and sizes. They were quite popular among users, seeing how they allowed their users special abilities and powers during combat. Some jutsu, like the Kekkai Genkai, were inherited, while other jutsu could be learned, developed, or invented by those who were willing to learn them. Most jutsu that did not have any harsh aftereffects or drawbacks for their users. But there were some that had serious repercussions for the one casting them, doing more harm than good. They could easily cause serious physical or mental damage, and in rare cases, even death. 10. Naruto's incomplete Rasen Shuriken could cause irreparable cellular damage. Rasengan in itself was very destructive, but stronger ninja could easily avoid it. By adding wind chakra to the Rasengan, the jutsu became a rotating ball of tiny wind blades that damaged everything on a micro level. When Naruto first got the hang of the Rasen Shuriken, it was unstable and used a lot of his chakra. And he ended up damaging his own hand. Tsunade warned Kakashi and told him to forbid Naruto from using such a dangerous and deadly jutsu ever again. However, when he got the hang of Sage Jutsu and the Nine Tails form, Naruto could use the jutsu with ease. 9. The Izanagi made its caster go blind. Izanagi was a jutsu that Uchihas could use after getting the Mangekyo Sharingan. It gave the user the ability to control the flow of time for a short period, and even reverse an event that occurred previously. Shinobi could use the jutsu to save their lives or reverse time, but it came at the cost of permanently losing their eyesight in one eye. This limited a person to a maximum of 2 uses, unless they had lots of Sharingan eyes like Danzo did with them. 8. Shadow Clone Jutsu could drain the caster's chakra until they died. The Shadow Clone Jutsu was a jutsu that was created by the second Hokage. The user could evenly split his chakra into 2 or more halves and create a physical copy of themselves. However, most people did not possess enough chakra to use this jutsu, and if they tried to use it, they would end up exhausting their chakra and die. Only people with lots of chakra were able to use this jutsu. And the reason Naruto was able to create hundreds of clones was that he had the Nine Tails sealed inside him. 7. Mind-body switch technique could be deadly if not done right. In the show, Ino was seen using the mind-body replacement jutsu, which was shown to be a Yamanaka clan jutsu. She used it to take over someone's body by projecting her mind and taking over theirs. There were many restrictions and dangers to using this jutsu. For example, the target had to be straight ahead in her line of sight. And if they moved or if she missed, she would be an open target for her enemies until her mind came back to her body. If the person she possessed got hurt, she would get hurt. 2. A person whose will was stronger than her could also eject her out of their mind, as Sakura did during the Chunin exams. 6. Cursed Seal of Heaven had a low chance of survival. The Cursed Seal of Heaven was a technique of Orochimaru, where he imprinted a person with a curse mark that provided them with increased chakra and physical strength. The drawback of this jutsu was that there was only a 1 in 10 chance of a person making it through the process of getting the mark, with the alternative being death. One had to gamble on their life for a chance at achieving incredible strength and chakra reserves if they truly wanted to use this jutsu. 5. Mangekyo Sharingan could cause loss of vision, even death if overused. The Mangekyo Sharingan was the next level for those who had the Sharingan eye. However, in order to awaken the Mangekyo, a person had to experience the death of a loved one in front of their eyes. Depending on the technique used, Mangekyo Sharingan could cause the caster's eyes to start bleeding, give them immense pain, or even result in loss of vision. Overusage could cause extreme exhaustion and even death, like in the case of Kakashi, who died trying to save Choji during Pain's assault. 4. Orochimaru's immortality jutsu required him to change bodies every 3 years. Orochimaru was a ninja who feared death and wanted to acquire all the knowledge in the world. He realized that in order to achieve his goals, he would require multiple lives. So, he devised the living corpse reincarnation jutsu, which allowed him to take over another person's body completely. The drawback of this jutsu was that the host bodies started rejecting Orochimaru's soul, which made him very weak and ill as time went on. He had to keep changing bodies every 3 years in order to stay alive. 3. The reanimation jutsu required living humans as sacrifices. The reanimation jutsu was one of the most feared jutsu in the anime, seeing how its user could reanimate or bring back from the dead any person they wanted. While this particular jutsu did not have any repercussions to the caster themselves, it required the DNA of the dead person as well as the sacrifice of a living human in order to revive someone. The revived person also had less power as compared to when they were alive. 2. Samsara of Heavenly Life technique cost the user their life. This technique was an ability of the outer path. When used, the king of hell arose from the ground and released the souls of the recently dead, bringing them back to life. The drawback to this was that the user had to exchange their own life to bring someone back from the dead. Nagato used this power to bring the ninja of the leaf back to life, and he had a change of heart after talking to Naruto. 1. The dead demon consuming seal trapped the soul of the caster. The dead demon consuming seal jutsu was one of the most powerful jutsu in the entire story, as it allowed its user to summon a Shinigami and use its power to seal people or their chakra into the belly of the Grim Reaper. The biggest drawback of this jutsu was that the caster not only died but their soul also got trapped within the Grim Reaper. The repercussion to this was so severe that this jutsu was kept a secret from the entire world, and was known only to the 3rd and 4th Hokage.